ba'y sigurado? Ikaw ba'y protektado? Ang pamilya ay i-shield mo.
Laban sa bakterya,
I-shield mo.
labanan pati virus,
I-shield mo.
Shield Bath Soap. Patay ang 99.9% of bacteria and virus tested. Bilib ang mga eksperto sa Philippine Nurses Association.
sa sakit protektado,
I-shield mo.
pamilya'y protektado,
I-shield mo.
Shield Bath Soap. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality.
Si Mommy at si Washing Machine believe sa Pride Washing Machine Detergent.
Hello, Washi!
Hello, Mommy!
Laundry day na naman! Ready ka na sa mancha, chocolate, putik, libag?
Kaya yan ang Pride Washing Machine Detergent. May triple stain-away formula. Tanggal ang makapit, madikit, at malupit na dumit mancha. Easy ang labada.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon. All you need is pride. All you need is pride.
Pride Detergent, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
Para di madaling masira ang ngipin ng pamilya, ngayon pa lang,
Unique toothpaste for brushing every after kumain.
dahil ang unique toothpaste, may Max Protect formula.
Ngipin ay Max Alaga, Max Protektado pa.
Helps stop cavities even before they start, while keeping breath fresh with regular use.
Unique toothpaste for brushing para siguraduhin ngipin ay Max Alaga, Max Protektado pa. Unique.
Max Alaga, Max Protectado with unique toothpaste maximum fluoride protection. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing. ISO certified world-class quality.
Star Wax, Star Wax Wax. Star Wax, Star Wax Wax. Always remember, sa paglinis, pakitawin ang sahig. Mrs. Star Wax, Star Wax Wax. Kitang na to the max.
Star Wax, ang #1 floor wax. May waterproof formula. Pasyahan man sa tubig, balikining ang sa loob.
Star Wax, Star Wax Wax. Kitang na to the max, max, max.
Star Wax Floor Wax, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality.
Ang estasyong ito ay matatag na katuwang ng kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas. Nagdiriwang ng 50 taon ng matatag at tapat na pamamahayag.
Sa M. Luwilier Kwarta Padala, sending money is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. I-fill out ang form at magbigay ng valid ID o diamond card. 2. Iabot ang pera sa frontline associate. 3. Kunin ang customer's form copy at resibo. Dali, di ba? ML Kwarta Padala, maaasahan lagi. M. Luwilier, tulay ng pamilyang Pilipino.
BYKB Radio!
Si Senator Tanyada.
Before we go to discussing present day situation, kwentuhan mo nga kami kasi ako wala pa ako nung panahong yun. Siguro si Ka Jimmy nandun na, no?
Si Ka Jimmy.
Pero tell us because ang topic natin ay nationalismo at national sovereignty, no? And the foremost personalities of those times was your father. Katandem niya your grandfather, katandem ni Claro M. Recto, no? Kwentuhan mo naman kami. Wala ka pa noon, I'm sure.
Wala pa. As a matter of fact, na ako nun.
Oo, hindi ko nakita talaga yung si Lolo at work in the Senate. Dahil I was born in 1963, si Lolo ran for his last term in 1965. So, in his last 6 years as senator, I was toddler hanggang mga 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old. Si Lolo ay pinanganak noong August 10, 1898. Sabi ko nga, parati niyang kwento, nung siya ay pinanganak, malaya yung ating bansa.
Oh, no? June 12, 1898. Wow.
Yes.
And he was born August. He was born to a free republic.
Free republic, no? Kakadeklara lang ng ating kalayaan. At sabi nga niya, nung tayo ay naging Commonwealth ng Estados Unidos at nalagay yung mga base militar dito sa ating bansa, ang sabi nga niya sana bago ko mamatay, makita ko malaya uli, no? Mula sa impluensya ng mga Amerikano ang ating bansa.
Wow.
He's one of the few who saw his dream come true.
Both from the Spanish regime and from the American regime.
Yes, and he witnessed the floor vote sa Senate in September 16, 1991, when the Senate rejected the Bases Treaty agreement with the United States.
Ang daddy mo na ng ano eh, ang papa mo ng ano, ang
Yes,
senador.
si tatay was the lead sponsor of the bill to reject the treaty.
The military bases.
Alam mo, very dramatic yan. Dumating dun si yung lolo niya, si former senator Lorenzo Tanyada, naka-wheelchair.
Oo.
Talaga na tahimik yung
Ang
Senate.
kwento nga doon, at that time, he was already undergoing dialysis. And on the day of the vote was his dialysis day.
Oh.
And sabi nga niya, he will skip dialysis so that he could witness the vote that would happen in the Senate. So from 9 in the morning up to around 8 in the evening, nandun siya. Pinapakinggan niya yung mga explanation, paliwanag ng mga senadors sa kanilang mga boto. Sa ating saligang batas, alam naman ni Attorney Lorna ito, kailangan 2/3, no, bago ma-ratify ang isang tratado. Ang nangyari nga, mayorya ng mga senador ang bumoto tutol. So 12-11 ang naging.
His vote was very crucial. Wala siya doon eh.
Daddy niya na. Yung
Si tatay na yun.
tatay niya.
Tatay mo na. Well, maybe it's fortunate that your lolo is not here to see the reenactment of what might be a part 2 of our military bases through EDCA. Yung tinatawag ng enhanced, no? Enhanced daw.
Defense Cooperation Agreement.
For training us, for training daw our military and all that. But let's go to that topic later.
Gusto ko lang sabihin sa lahat na dahil something is wrong with our curriculum, di ba? Dapat ito na inculcate sa minds ng mga yung Filipino youth. Sino si Lorenzo Tanyada bilang nakabayan at bilang isang senador? Yung mamang yun uncompromising yun. Wala siyang pakialam kung party mate ka o ano ka. Basta't hindi tugma dun sa linya ng pagiging makabayan ng dinadala mong kaisipan, aawain ka nun. Talagang all the way true nationalist, Senator Lorenzo Tanyada.
You are the third.
I am the third.
Who is the second?
Yung tiyo ko, si Lorenzo Jr., is the second son of my grandfather. He's also a lawyer. He passed away in 2016.
But he was never in politics.
He was never in politics. Nasa corporate siya. And he worked basically with the ABS-CBN family with Henny Lopez.
So when did you enter politics? Is it because of this? Ito ba ay dahil sa lolo mo, sa tatay mo? At ikaw ay naging active 3-term congressman ka ng 4th District of Quezon? And of course, you became, everybody knows of you or knows you as the campaign manager of the latest Robredo presidential
yung Senate side, yung of the Senate team, at least may napanalo akong isang senador, si Senator Risa. Pero sa unang tanong mo kung bakit ako o paano ako pumasok sa politika, tingin ko sa environment rin nung panahon na yon. Dahil parati kami nagkakaroon ng reunion sa bahay ni Lolo at nakikita mo yung sino-sino yung mga pumapasok ng mga tao, kinakausap ni Lolo, mga magsasaka, mga manggagawa, no? And then later on, dahil sa mga we were under martial law at that time, dahil sa mga pinapasa ng mga reading materials, no? Dahil alam natin yung media at that time was really controlled by the former president. So whatever materials that we were able to gather from other sources like the United States or other countries, at yung mga broadsheets na ipapasok dito, yan ay shared with the rest of the family. And then I also had the opportunity, of course, to read maybe one of the first editions of Primitivo Mijares's book, Conjugal Dictatorship at a very young age. And then tagging along with Tatay and Lolo, and Tatay would accompany Lolo to speaking engagements, then you get exposed, no? And then, of course, the 1978 Laban elections, Lolo was a campaign manager. Then, of course, parati kami sumasama, no? At the time, pandagdag lang dahil takot yung mga taong lumabas. But later, whenever they would have their assemblies, dumadami yung crowd until, of course, April 6 happened.
Classic example ng kampanyang walang pera.
Oo.
Puro ang tao lumalabas eh.
And then the noise barrage of April 6, and then April 9, yung marcha ng mga estudyante mula Welcome Rotonda hanggang hanggang Manila Cathedral na dapat mapayapa, hinuli ng Metrocom. Kasama dun sa hinuli si Lolo, si dating
yun ang naalala kong nakikita pa natin.
Yes. Van at si Lolo na
classic yung iconic yung picture na yan, ano?
Isa pang tingin kang wag natin kalimutan. Ang daming hindi nakakaalam, ano? Ang daming mga in-sponsor na bill na naging batas.
Oo, basahin ko nga.
Congressman Erin. Pero hindi alam ng tao. Palagay ko dapat inuulit-ulit yan para malaman nila na tanyada talaga apelyido nito.
Alam mo, si Kong Erin kasi, meek and mild, di ba? Bakit ka meek?
Oh, yung lolo niya, fiery.
How did you become so meek and mild? Hindi ka yung palasigaw, laban, ibagsak. Hindi ka ganon. Hindi ganon ang persona mo.
As a matter of fact, mas meek and mild si
yung tatay mo, yes.
Sa akin.
No? The father is also the famous father, Wigberton. Where did he get his name naman?
Well, according to tatay, merong saint. Di ba usually yung mga lolo at lola tinitignan yung kalendaryo. Merong Saint Wigbertum in the calendar. Nung kwento na sa amin, syempre, tinitignan ko, delisted ka na.
Kala hindi ko pa naririnig yung santo na yan, Wigbert. Baka na-delist. Na-delist na.
So, sa dami ng santo, 365 days in a year, di syempre.
Oo nga.
Hindi napapasama
ganun talaga nung panahon natin.
Nag-research nga ako noon, nung mga nationalist names Wala akong makitang Wigberto. Yung pala Saint.
Saint pala yun. Kala mo
kaya si Lolo Lorenzo, dahil Saint Lawrence, I think was also
San Luis. Hindi ba ano na yun? Naging San Luis Lorenzo.
Saint Lawrence.
Saint Lawrence.
Ruiz.
Okay. So that our listeners and viewers will know about how
kung paano nagsilbi bilang kongresista.
At saka yung mga advocacies niya, yung 3 terms niya, no? Na sana natuloy niya sa Senado. But anyway, advocacies ng ating guest ngayon, including siya po ang nag-oppose ng increase ng value-added tax to 12%. Tapos, rinecommend niya that legislators give up their pork barrel. Gusto ko yan. To cover the national budget deficit. He also called for the creation of a congressional commission for the audit of public debt. Naku, kailangan pa rin natin yan. And the repeal of the law on automatic appropriations for debt servicing. Worked for the passage into law of the Magna Carta for micro, small, and medium enterprises which mandated that banks allocate a portion of their loan portfolio to these enterprises.
Malaking bagay na, hindi alam ng mga MSMEs yun na may ganyan.
Oo nga. Alam mo, naging founder ako ng Women's Business Council, no? And I'm still in the board. At napakalaking balita to because we know that 99% of the Philippine economy is micro, small, and medium enterprises. At ang problema natin, access to credit.
Yes.
So, sa'yo pala to. For banks to allocate a portion of their loan portfolios. Nangyayari na to. Salamat! Salamat sa'yo. Co-authored the law creating the Personal Equity and Retirement Account. Pera. Ano ba tong pera na to?
That's the one that the SSS has right now. Yung
Para sa retirement
funds.
Ay, sana hindi naman pumunta sa Maharlika funds.
Well, hindi
Babantayan.
nakasama sa SSS.
Bantayan natin yan. He co-authored, ito ka Jimmy, this is close to your heart. He co-authored the Agri-Agra reform, no? Credit Act, which mandated that banks set aside 25% of their loan portfolios for the agricultural and fisheries sector. Napakahalaga nito, lalo na climate change tayo, no?
Hindi binabanggit na yun ng mga tinrabaho niya sa Kongreso.
Ito rin, he authored the bill creating the Coconut Farmers Trust Fund, which makes use of the recovered coconut levy which was misappropriated in the previous regimes. So, yung Coco Levy Fund, napakalaking fund yan, ano? Napakagaling niya.
Well,
Especially you're from Quezon, no?
Yes. Right
Mga
now,
coconut planters.
it's being implemented and yung nakakalungkot, well, the original bill was not followed, no, under the Duterte administration and as a matter of fact, may kwento nga yan pinush tapos for his signing, pina-withdraw ni President Duterte in order that it be reworked on again. And then what came out before his term ended was even a worse bill, but wala tayong magagawa napirmahan na. Ang kulang nga talaga dyan, yung participation ng mga small coconut farmers in the board that was created. And ngayon, hopefully, kung yung uupo na Philippine Coconut Authority, sabihin natin, may bias para sa mga small coconut farmers, then ma-address yun. Pero sa ngayon, wala pa kaming nakikitang roadmap na klaro, and ang tinitigan nga, anong gagawin ni President Bongbong? Siya yung OIC Secretary of Agriculture. So we haven't heard really any pronouncements with regard to yung Coco Levy funds coming from him.
Kasi nung in my former law firm sa Accra Law, Accra Law noon ang author ng Coco Levy funds. Kanya na-feature nga ang law office na yan sa isang libro. And we were talking before about beneficiary coconut farmers, pero nameless, faceless, nameless. Ang nangyari, nabili na yan ng mga big landowners. No? Nabili na nila yung rights ng mga... So are we really helping our coconut farmers? That's why you have to be elected.
And sila ngayon, no? Ang coconut farmers are the poorest
of course
among the farmers.
Of course.
Dami pa iba.
Meron pa, he authored the bill which led, he authored the first universal health care law. So yun rin yun, and inserted amendments to the Cheaper Medicines Act.
Hindi alam ng tao yun.
Wow.
No, of course, marami ng amendments.
Yeah, but the very first, I mean, to have authored it.
Si Tatay was, in 1995, if I'm not mistaken, was the author of the first PhilHealth bill. And then it took maybe until my time to have that amended in order to
and
open it up.
then you inserted the amendments to the Cheaper Medicines Act.
Yes.
Siguro galit sa yung Big Pharma, no? Hindi ka siguro sinuportahan ng mga big pharmaceutical companies.
Galit din siya sa Big Bang.
You authored the bill which led to the passage of the graphic health warnings law on cigarette packs. Nako, galit rin sa iyo mga kliyente ko. Ikaw pala naglagay ng mga warning signs.
Yung pinaglalaban nga dyan, yung gaano kalaki ang ilalagay.
Grabe. Yeah. Although
sa dami nung namamatay sa cancer, napakahalaga ng warning sign na yun.
Pero if you believe the smokers, mas marami pang namamatay crossing the street. Okay.
Kliyente mo talaga yun.
Hello, Japan Tobacco. At least full disclosure tayo. Okay. Although, in fairness, I spoke to the Secretary of Trade, si Secretary Fred Pascual.
Yes.
He is really pursuing this. And the cigarette companies are required to comply. Lagyan nila ng graphic tsaka textual warning within 18 months. Kasama dyan ang vape, no?
Yeah.
May napakahalagang warning. Hindi na alam na galing kay Congressman.
Ngayon, alam na nila.
Okay, kailangan ulitin natin yan.
Okay. And then he funded the program, itong mahalaga, continuing education of school teachers. We have to educate our teachers, no? In partnership with the Philippine Normal University. At nag-fund rin siya ng scholarship program for students. He led a campaign for the passage of the Freedom of Information Law. Finally, meron na
wala pa tayong batas. Ang meron tayong executive order. As a matter of fact, ang isa sa mga we'll have to recognize and acknowledge, isa sa mga unang ginawa ni President Duterte as executive order number 2 was to issue freedom of information within the executive branch. Dahil hirap na hirap kami to pass yung batas mismo sa loob ng Kongreso. As a matter of fact, yung
what was the hindrance? Bakit? Anong challenge? Bakit ayaw ninyo mag-disclose? Ayaw ninyo sabihin kung saan ginagamit yung pork barrel ninyo?
Pero meron siyang moved against the pork barrel.
Oo nga.
Yung 2009, it lacked na lang the ratification of the House. As a matter of fact, nagulat nga ng lahat paano ko na i-push yan through the House and then talk to our friends in the Senate. And then nag-BICAM, we approved the version, no, that was agreeable.
Reconciled version.
Yes, the reconciled version went to the Senate. It was ratified. Went to the House on the last day. Doon nagkagulo dahil nasa agenda na sa floor on the last day. Pinatawag ako ni Speaker Boy, may soul rest in peace, Nograles, Erin, itutuloy ba natin ito? Dapat na-ratify na po sa Senate, sabi ko. Pero sabi niya, meron kaming kahilingan, no? Can you agree to this definition na dapat prospective yung application ng FOI at hindi retroactive? Knowing that it will not pass the court scrutiny if this goes to court, I agreed just to have it signed. Pero later on, I think the legal minds behind the speakers and in consultation with Malacanang at the time, decided wag na lang, delikado. No? At the time, ang presidente natin si President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. So, ang decision was to declare that there was no quorum on the floor when actually there was. Because that was the last day of session and the congressmen who were graduating were all there. Siyempre, kami mga hindi pa.
Para may privilege speech sila.
To recognize them.
Yeah.
Pero nag-roll call, nagulat lahat. Nandun lahat yung members of the media, well covered, nag-quorum tapos adjourn. No quorum raw.
And That is the present status. Wala pa tayong freedom of
in
information.
yes, in the time of President Noy, it was during my last term, I also pushed hard, pero merong mga priorities na sabi ni Pangulong Noynoy na kailangan niya sundin, no? Mga big ticket issues. And he, whether rightly or wrongly, he felt that if he would use his political capital on this, baka maubusan sa mga ibang laban.
But as you said, Congressman, meron tayong Executive Order number 2.
Yes, which former President Duterte signed, and again,
effectively, it has the substantive provisions nitong ano.
Yes.
Di okay na yun.
But what we would say is we still want a law,
Of course.
which is still better. And again, I have to give at least acknowledgement again to the current president, President Bongbong. He reiterated the same executive order, but mentioned and wanted to highlight the exceptions. So we will see how it goes. No, we hope
Kasi
that
nung at least at the start of the term of President Duterte, yung mga public works project at saka yung mga projects ng mga congressman, may plaka, di ba? May plaka. This is a project of. Pero at least may information doon kung ano yung project, sino yung contractor, cost ng project. Tapos biglang nawala ka, Jimmy, no? Pushed for the abolition of the death penalty.
2004, my first term.
Was that a pressure from the Catholic Church?
No, it was more of my advocacy as a member of the Free Legal Assistance Group, and my belief on an anti-death penalty. So, nag-coincide naman yung advocacy ko sa paniniwala ni dating Pangulong Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo. As a matter of fact, kung babalikan natin yung kasaysayan, nung siya'y naging Pangulo, si Pangulong Gloria ay nag-commute na mga ilang mga akusado na o convicted na dapat i-execute na. So she kept on doing that until the law eventually passed.
Because nga there were studies that at sa panahon na yun indicated na the death penalty is not a deterrent to crime, di ba? Wala namang correlation yung pag death penalty wala nang kriminal, hindi. Number 2, pag hindi mo rin-reform, ang position ko noon, i-reform natin yung justice system.
Yes.
Kasi kung corrupt ang justice system natin, yung mga dapat ibitay, nakakawala. Yung mga small fish, yun ang nabibitay, no?
Tapos kung inosente pa yung small fish, paano mabubuhay yung
siya
patay?
Siya pa yung mako-convict, no? And last but not the least, and you benefited from this, Kajimi, he shepherded the law on Human Rights Victims Reparation and Compensation Act for the benefit of the victims of Marcos human rights violation. Napakadami nito.
Kaya nga yung silence ng Marcos administration or the heirs.
11,000 ang beneficiaries niya.
Well, yun yung alam nating kasi yun ang nakapaglabas.
Ang iba kasi walang
walang ebidensya.
Okay, so that is the past. We shall talk about the Liberal Party, the opposition, Covadis. Meron pa bang opposition ngayon? Meron pa bang sense ng Lorenzo Tañada brand of nationalism? 11:31 na po, station ID.
Laban para sa karapatan. Narito na ang Filipino Mirror, ang unang tabloid sa negosyo. Nagtatampo ng mga eksklusibong balita at impormasyon ng pagtatagumpay sa negosyo. Ang tabloid na nagbibigay ng gabay at inspirasyon sa pag-unlad at pag-asenso. Filipino Mirror, naglalaman ng mga nagbabagang balita, napapanahong issue, may init na opinyon at komentaryo. Filipino Mirror,
Ang inipalatuntunan ginadulong sa inyo sa kalwan ni Retired General Pedro Merced, President and General Manager sang The Redeemer Security Agency and Training Academy Corporation, diri sa siyudad sang Bacolod.
perhesyo ning magpa-dialysis. Gasto kaayo, maayo na lang niya ang kidney care. Brad, unsay imong nasinati sa kidney care?
Ako si Patricio Yamira, 54, taga Albor, Dinagat Island. Kasi ako naman, may problema rin ako sa pag-ihi sa gabi. Ngayon, nag-inom ako ng kidney care. May oras ang akong pag-ihi. Di katulad dati nga, sunod-sunod ang akong pag-ihi sa gabi. Maganda ang kidney care. Daghang salamat.
Ang Kidney Care ay mabibili sa Mercury Drugstore at mga suking butika.
Ang Kidney Care hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Para sa mayo nga ka-bloom sa kahamot, testingan ang Charm Fabric Conditioner.
Charm Fat Con, bangong kumaga-bloom. Charm Fat Con, gamit ay may bango ng salibong bulaklak.
Charm Fabric Conditioner with Stay Fresh Technology. Bayo nga ka-bloom sa kahamot.
Charm Fat Con, bangong kumaga-bloom. Charm Fat Con, gamit ay may bango ng salibong bulaklak.
Charm Fabric Conditioner, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Pride Bar, hindi lang basta puti, kundi puti nga gahining.
Kung nilabhan sa Pride Bar Blue, ang puti nga bayo, mangin.
Mas puti ito, mas puti ito, mas puti ito.
Sa Pride Bar Blue, pwede nga hindi na ako maglugong, anyel o bleach. Kaya ang Pride Bar Blue may power whitener nga nagasuksok sa kada hibla. Gani ang bayo kis na puti, kag mahalong pa sa kamot.
Mas puti ito, mas puti ito, mas puti ito.
Pride Bar Blue with power whitener. Hindi lang puti, kis na puti. Pride Bar, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Buhay ay masaya pag ang hugasin ay easy, lalo na sa masebong kaldero at kawali.
Kaya mag-Smart Dishwashing Paste, pang heavy-duty hugasin.
Ang galing, galing, galing.
Smart!
Yan ang Smart Dishwashing.
May double tanggaling formula, tanggal galingan sebo at bakterya. Kaya ang Smart #1 Dishwashing Paste.
Ang galing, galing, galing.
Smart!
Yan ang Smart Dishwashing.
Smart Dishwashing Paste, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Sa panahon ngayon, kau ba'y sigurado? Kau ba'y protektado? Ang pamilya ay i-shield mo.
Laban sa bakterya,
I-shield mo.
laban ng pati virus,
I-shield mo.
Shield Bath Soap. Patay ang 99.9% of bacteria and virus tested. Bilib ang mga eksperto sa Philippine Nurses Association.
sa sakit protektado.
I-shield mo.
Pamilya protektado,
I-shield mo.
Shield Bath Soap. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Si Mommy at si Washing Machine believe sa Pride Washing Machine Detergent.
Hello, Washi!
Hello, Mommy!
Laundry day na naman. Ready ka na sa mancha, chocolate, putik, libag?
Kaya yan ang Pride Washing Machine Detergent. May triple stain-away formula. Tanggal ang makapit, malikit, at malupit na dumit mancha. Easy ang labada.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon. All you need is pride. All you need is pride.
Pride Detergent, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Para di madaling masira ang ngipin ng pamilya, ngayon pa lang,
Unique toothpaste for brushing every after kumain.
dahil ang unique toothpaste may Max Protect formula.
Ngipin ay Max Alaga. Max protektado pa.
Helps stop cavities even before they start, while keeping breath fresh with regular use.
Unique toothpaste for brushing para siguraduhin ngipin ay Max Alaga. Max protektado pa. Unique.
Max Alaga, Max Protectado with unique toothpaste maximum fluoride protection. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS. Star Wax, Star Wax Wax. Star Wax, Star Wax Wax. Always remember, sa paglinis, pakintabin ang sahig. Mrs. Star Wax, Star Wax Wax. Itang na to the max.
Star Wax, ang #1 floor wax. May waterproof formula. Pasyahan man sa tubig, balikining ang salog.
Star Wax, Star Wax Wax. Itang na to the max, max, max.
Star Wax Floor Wax, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Ang estasyong ito ay matatag na katuwang ng kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas. Nagdiriwang ng 50 taon ng matatag at tapat na pamamahayag.
Ang iniya palatuntunan ginadulong sa inyo sa kalwan ni Mr. and Mrs. Romeo and Ninfa Tagubilin sang Roming's Meat Shop, Barangay Mandalagan, diri sa syudad sang Bacolod.
Para sa mayo nga ka-bloom sa kahamot, testingan ang Charm Fabric Conditioner.
Charm Fat-Con, bangong kumaga-bloom. Charm Fat-Con, damit kay may bangon sa libong bulaklak.
Charm Fabric Conditioner with Stay Fresh Technology. Bayo nga ka-bloom sa kahamot.
Charm Fat-Con, bangong kumaga-bloom. Charm Fat-Con, damit kay may bangon sa libong bulaklak.
Charm Fabric Conditioner, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS.
Pride Bar, hindi lang basta puti, kundi puti nga gahining.
Kung nilabhan sa Pride Bar Blue, ang puti nga bayo, mangin.
Mas puti ito, mas puti ito, mas puti ito.
Sa Pride Bar Blue, pwede nga hindi na ako maglugong, anyel o bleach. Kaya ang Pride Bar Blue may power whitener nga nagasuksok sa kada hibla. Gani ang bayo kis na puti, kag mahalong pa sa kamot.
Mas puti ito, mas puti ito, mas puti ito.
Pride Bar Blue with power whitener. Hindi lang puti, kis na puti. Pride Bar, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Buhay ay masaya pag ang hugasin ay easy, lalo na sa masebong kaldero at kawali.
Kaya mag-smart dishwashing paste, pang heavy-duty hugasin.
Ang galing, galing, galing.
Smart!
Yan ang smart dishwashing.
May double tanggaling formula, tanggal galingan sebo at bakterya. Kaya ang Smart #1 dishwashing paste.
Ang galing, galing, galing.
Smart!
Yan ang smart dishwashing.
Smart dishwashing paste, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Meron na yon. Meron ng nationalista.
Nationalista na si Quezon.
Nationalista
Anong
si
din
Quezon.
ang partido ni Aguinaldo? No?
Hindi ko...
Siguro KKK.
Hindi ko kabisado. No, I have to research.
Katipunan,
Hindi,
something,
hindi siya pwede
something.
mag-KKK. Kay Bonifacio yun. Eh.
Okay.
Magdalo siya, magdalo.
Okay,
Anyway,
and
so ang nangyari dyan, after World War II, no, ang presidente natin was Osmeña, coming back, no, and there were supposed to be a national elections. Osmeña wanted to run, Rojas wanted to run. Since Osmeña was the incumbent president, Manuel Rojas decided to form a different party.
Itong Manuel Rojas, ito yung lolo naman ni Mar Rojas. I see.
Yes. And so that's when the Liberal Party was formed. My grandfather, si Lolo, was invited by President Rojas to run under the Liberal Party after, kasi si Lolo noon, right after the war, was the special prosecutor because he was a Solicitor General against the Japanese collaborators. So kasama dyan si Benigno Aquino Sr. So basically lolo ni Pinoy. Tatay ni Ninoy, no?
So sa Liberal Party ngayon, third generation na pala kayo ngayon.
So after having presented evidence and then in the special court, and then there was the rumor that amnesty would be given to the so-called collaborators at the time, Lolo decided to resign as Solicitor General. And then it opened the door for President Rojas to invite him to run for the Senate under the Liberal Party in 1947. And to the surprise of many, which I think it was because of his participation in the trial, he topped the race in 1947. And that started Lolo's political career. But he left the Liberal Party during the Quirino administration because of the graft and corruption that was happening. And he formed his own party, the Citizens Party, which later on, Claro M. Recto was disillusioned with the Nacionalista, hindi raw tunay na Nacionalista, so joined Lolo and it became the Nationalist Citizens Party.
Oh, so there was a tri-party system noon.
well, the Nationalist Citizens Party was the small player at that time, and then President Marcos, to maybe not no one knows that much about it except those who are interested in Philippine history, started his political career as a Liberal Party member. And as a matter of fact, he was Senate President as a Liberal Party. Ang nangyari dyan, President Diosdado Macapagal announced that he would not run for re-election. So, that maybe emboldened President Marcos na siya na. No? Pero when he announced that he would run, nagalit si President Marcos, kaya lumipat ng partido. Naging nationalista.
That's why, kasi, that's why naging liberals for Marcos no naging nationalista si Marcos. That's what my father...
That's the story there.
That's the story.
And may side kwento pa nga dyan. Nung nagalit si Diosdado kay McCoy, because yun nga tatakbo, gustong tanggalin ni President Macapagal si Senate President Marcos as Senate President. Ang inaalok nila maging Senate President, and this is from what I read from old broadsheets. No? Ang gusto nila si Lolo maging Senate President. No, which was acceptable raw to both sides. Sabi ni Lolo ayaw niya. Hindi siya yung style na, alam mo noon, pagiging Senate President, backstabbing yan.
Correct.
Ang compromising yan.
Hirap.
Hindi siya pwede yung mamangka.
Hindi ka kalinya ng pag-iisip ko, kaaway kita.
But if I recall my history, meron rin recto tanyada team.
Yes, in 1957, Lolo was supposed to be the campaign manager of the Nationalist Citizens Party. Claro M. Recto as the standard bearer. So, at the last minute, the person that they were eyeing for vice president backed out. So,
who were they eyeing for vice president?
This I can't remember anymore. And then, so, tinanong ni Don Claro si Lolo, ikaw na lang, wala na tayong iba eh. So, pumayag. Of course, di ba ang kailangan pinag-iisipan yung Luzon, Visayas, etc.
Geographical. Oo.
Imagine yung nangyari. Recto Tanyada, parehong taga Quezon.
Parehong Quezon.
Southern Tagalog.
So, yun yung isa sa mga hindi napag-isipan or napag-isipan.
Hindi man napag-isipan yun sa territorial aspect saka yung yung coverage ng votes, no? Pero yun ang pinakamagaling na tandem
no?
ever, ha? Yung
siguro
kung na-elect yung tandem na yun at sumunod na presidente si Katani, si Lorenzo Tanyada. Palagay ko yung 4 years noon di ba?
4 years.
At kung hindi magre-elect si Recto, si Tanyada ang kasunod, I think that could have been the best years of this country. Yung
it would have pivoted our country to a new direction, no?
Kasi sila yung proponent ng Filipino First Policy na inadapt ni Garcia, no? Yung kanilang inward-looking view ng economy, ng economic paradigm na kailangan unahin natin yung ating pangangailangan.
Palakasin muna natin ang sarili natin.
Gamitin yung kayamanan ng bansa upang paunlarin yung bansa, di ba?
Upang paunlarin ang sariling bansa, hindi yung bansa ng iba.
Kaya yung food sufficiency, yung hanggang ngayon problema yan, no? Walang food sufficiency, walang agricultural productivity, walang national irrigation system, walang proper land use. Hanggang ngayon yan ang problema. Yan yung gustong itulak na baguhin ng mga panahon pa ni Claro M. Recto at saka ni Lorenzo Tanyada. So, may ibig sabihin kung silang namuno dito sa bayan na to, highly industrialized na tayo because they know how to define what economics is all about.
Oo nga. So, Kong Erin, nung nakaraang eleksyon, kasi,
and
elections in this country has never been about agenda, has never been about issues. It's always been about personalities and how these personalities have used the 3 Gs, no? Guns, goons, and gold. Kanya yung performance ng partido ninyo, Liberal Party, nagkulang, no? Buhay pa ba? Will there be in the coming elections, whether local, senatorial, or presidential, do you see the future of your party being revived? And is there an inspirational leader? Meron bang isang leader na mag-unite ng opposition na yan?
Well, sa 2020...
Kasi parang wala kaming naririnig, no? Although to the credit of the current president, BBM, running on a simple agenda, which was a unity ticket, no? Unity ng buong bayan, no? Unity in diversity, unity in whatever it is, united by, and he uses united by a common history. Of course, there's revisionism along the way, but that's another story. So, simple lang, unity ang ticket niya. Hindi naman klaro ang agenda ng opposition nun.
Well, ewan ko kung hindi klaro, pero baka pwede nating sabihin, hindi naintindihan? O hindi pa mature ang electorate natin. Maraming haka-haka at pinag-iisipan. Ano ba itong naging resulta nung nakaraang halalan? Meron mga nagsasabi na ito ay masasabi nating galit ang taong bayan sa elite democracy, at kung titignan rin natin, hindi rin nila naintindihan kung anong ibig sabihin ng elite democracy, dahil ang isa sa mga model ng elite democracy nga ay yung kandidatong sinuportahan ng mayorya ng bansa natin, no? So merong ganong aspeto, pero sa paniniwala ko naman na yung pendulum niyan would swing back, no? To more defined, maybe sectoral issues which people will now see as important. And the question is when. Ang Liberal Party right now, patuloy, kahapon nagkaroon kami ng pagpupulong, no, yung at least yung leadership, and sasama siya sa halalang 2025 as with coalition partners, no? So are we going to field a 12-man slate? Maybe not the whole 12, kasi we have to also face reality that not all 12 will actually win, no? So we will have to field yung talagang tingin namin winnable. Local level, we're not only looking at the Senate race. At local levels, we've placed targets na hopefully we will be able to double our seats in the House right now. Right now, we have 10 congressmen who remain with the party despite what has happened, and we feel that there's a possibility now we can double that to around 20, and hopefully also field a party list, no? Because the Constitution
But are you the official minority party in the House officially? Kasi ang pagkalam ko, pag minority party ka, you're still entitled to be members of the various committees.
Ang mahirap ngayon ang i-define ang minority party sa House. Bakit? Dahil pag pinag-uusapan natin, and this is an open secret to everyone, pinag-uusapan natin ang election for minority, nakikialam ang majority. So even if you have a minority leader, it does not necessarily mean that the minority leader
represents the minority.
Represents the opposition.
Correct.
And also, what should be taken into consideration, and I hope the Senate and the House looks into this, anong ibig sabihin nila ng minorities in terms of COMELEC. Kasi we questioned this in 2019. Ang binigyan ng minority badge ng COMELEC yung nationalista. So, are we talking lang of second highest number of members or second, or are we talking about opposition as opposition? That has not yet been defined. As a matter of fact, we had a petition filed in the Supreme Court in 2019 nung tumakbo akong Senado, hoping that we would be declared as the minority party. The Supreme Court just released a decision since moot and academic na, tapos na yung 2019, 2022 na tayo, hindi na nila pagdidesisyonan yung issue na ni-raise namin sa Supreme Court. So sayang.
May tanong ako dyan sa yung existing political parties, specifically itong two-party system of the liberal and the nationalista. Could you cite a major difference or whatever is the difference of ideological direction
hindi kagaya ng tama ka, Jim,
between these two parties?
Hindi kagaya ng
Anong
United
kaibahan
States
ng liberal sa nationalista pag yung tinutungo ng kaisipan ay ideolohiya?
Kung titignan natin ang historical, before martial law, there was no difference. No? After EDSA, there has been attempts by the Liberal Party to at least be clear with the agenda and platform that it brings out. I think if you look at the history of the Liberal Party after EDSA, you would see that it has positioned itself with regard to very specific issues na pro-people, nationalist, environment, human rights, no? So, and of course LGBTQIA. Now, you do not hear that from the nationalista. You do not right now, at least the post EDSA political party, the NUP, no, or the Lakas. So hopefully we are trying to develop the Liberal Party into an issue-based political party.
Yeah.
We know it will not happen overnight.
Yeah.
It's a long process. Pero yun
yung simple question about yung basic or standard issues of the day. Kagaya ngayon, ang pangunahing usapin yung bawat mag-anak na kumakain sa pagkainan. Kulang ang kinakain pagkat napakamahal ng bilihin. Ngayon, doon sa usapin na yon ng food sufficiency, anong kaibahan ng nasyonalista sa liberal? Ang pangunahing patakaran, magmula pa nung umpisa, liberal man o nasyonalista ang nagsasalita, import dependency. Ang solusyon is self-sufficiency.
Yes.
Produksyon.
Yes.
Paggamit ng mga lupain at pagpapaunlad ng ating sariling agrikultura. Wala ko nakikitang ganong nagtutulak neither of the two parties.
Well, of course, I will agree with you, but if you look at it within the Liberal Party spectrum, meron mga nagtutulak ng food sufficiency or food security. No? As a matter of fact, during Pinoy's time, there was an attempt to be food sufficient in rice. Whether that was achieved or not, at least we were able to grow our bumper stocks. Pero yun nga, kulang pa yan. No, I would clearly say na it all boils down really kung ano yung concept ng mga partido sa agricultural sector. Sa ngayon, from your perspective, I will agree with you. There seems to be no difference. From the inside, I would say meron naman slightly konti, pero hindi maaabot kaagad yan dahil syempre banggaan rin sa loob yan.
Kasi kung etong ekonomiya, yung pagpapatakbo,